Greetings. I'm Theo the Thinker. I'm going to talk briefly about something I've been noticing online. I'm a musician and producer, singer, and I'm a huge fan of the great Earth, Wind, and Fire, or as we call them, the elements, short for the elements of the universe. It's one of the greatest groups of all time, and many in my community say they are the greatest band to ever exist in the pop music realm. Their musicianship, their vocals, the production belies any genre. It is really beyond compare in the pop music world. Many of us know that and have known it for years. The thing that I have noticed online, though, is when people review Earth, Wind, and Fire or try to analyze the music or try to get to the crux of what made them one of the greatest groups of all time, they always use the song September as their sort of object lesson, their exhibit A, which is fine, but they never give an exhibit B and C and all the way through Z, because these gentlemen have dozens of hits, dozens. And certainly they have songs that weren't even hits that are masterpieces. So it's very limited when I see these guys, and usually it's guys, analyze the bass line and analyze the chords, try to analyze the harmony to just one song. And it shows me a limited view of a highly expanded group. And it's a problem. And I got to use the C word for that. And that C word is the work of the colonizer. They come in Johnny come lately and all of a sudden feel like they've discovered Earth, Wind, and Fire just because maybe they like one song. I'm here to debunk that approach. And in coming episodes, I'm going to deeply analyze some of their great music because, in my estimation, they are the greatest band that ever exists in pop music. Now, what I must add here is that my listening is extensive. I listen to everything from Bach to rock, so to speak. But in the realm of popular bands that were great, you got to put Earth, Wind, and Fire in that category with the group Chicago, Tower of Power, several other groups with the heavy horn section, the brass, the woodwinds, as well as the driving bass line. But Earth, Wind, and Fire sort of stands atop that pyramid, if you will, because they blended all the elements, pun intended, all the elements of sound in their music. So in the coming episodes, I'll be talking more and more about other songs because when you come from a certain community, you know almost their whole repertoire. Go to a cookout, usually in the foundational Black American neighborhood. If you go to a cookout with people maybe 50 plus years old, you're going to hear almost entire albums from Earth, Wind, and Fire, especially the That's the Way of the World album, because of the way it sounds, the way it grooves, and the messages that it portrayed. It was very special to us. They weren't a novelty act for us. They were a central act. They were a highly important act. The uplifting spiritual lyrics they had, the grace and the gravitas that they showed in the way they conducted themselves, the tremendous stage shows that always left people spellbound as they left the arena, just incredible musicianship and artistry and spectacle. If you're like me, you've seen them many times in their prime. I mean, I'm glad they're still touring now, but if you had seen them in their prime, you would probably be expressing the type of enthusiasm I'm expressing right now. with songs like Africano and Yearning Learning and Sun Goddess, Can't Hide Love, That's the Way of the World, Reasons. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Let's Groove Tonight. Just it goes on and on. So many songs, friends, all masterpieces, no filler. No, everything they did with attention and intention. And this is what I would like to elucidate in coming episodes. We'll go over some songs, and hopefully I can just do them, play sections of them, because I like individual grooves within songs. So I'll go over some sections, and we'll dissect those sections, and hopefully don't get that dreaded copyright strike that so many of my colleagues in the YouTube realm are getting these days. But I like to really break down this group. I don't think they get their true appreciation. I mean, some might argue, well, they're still selling out tours and people still know the name. I said, yeah, but do they really know the importance of that group of Earth, Wind, and Fire? And that's what I want to bring to light. And it's not to disparage those fellas that do those reviews. Because they're doing the best they can with the knowledge they have. Again, it's an outsider's knowledge. They're coming from an extrinsic point of view as opposed to an intrinsic. I mean, the summer That's the Way of the World came out, you heard that song everywhere in the neighborhood, in people's backyards, in their cars, in their home stereos, because it was an anthem of sort. In fact, the great Maurice White, leader and producer, may he rest in peace, he called it, he said, this is our national anthem. That's the way of the world. Said, a child is born with a heart of gold, but the way of the world makes his heart grow cold. And those lyrics really stuck with us. It's like, you will find peace of mind if you look way down in your heart and soul. Don't hesitate because the world seems cold. Stay young at heart and you'll never grow old. I'll stop right there and we'll continue on in the future with the great Earth, Wind, and Fire. And we're going to really get into what made that group a very, very special and essential group in the realm of music. Peace and blessings. I'm Theo the Thinker.